First thing, I need you at some point during this period, check your grade in my class. If missing something, then get it in before spring break. It's like in about 2.5 weeks. Cool? Okay. If you need a worksheet, then get it from me before the end of class.
No Wi-Fi.
If you owe a quiz, mini quiz, or test, come see me during your off period to make up. Okay, so all of that, my friends, I want to make sure that is taken care of before we get to spring break, okay? Because you know as well as I, you're going to have 9 days off of spring break. Still following this adventure? You come back, I will say that those last weeks of school will go pretty quickly. So you want to try and, if you dug a small hole, let's get you out of the hole. Let's get it done before spring break. So please, please, please check in here. Like, just come to me, like write down on a piece of paper, like, hey, I need worksheet 6.5. I can get it for you. Okay, so make sure you double check all of that information before the end of today or tomorrow or whatever. Does that make sense? We good? Oh, I heard that. I thought it was it sounded like the end of my coffee maker when it's like, get down to the bottom. I was like, man, like I'm making coffee? Sweet. I had no idea. All right. So this week, okay, today is Tuesday. Agree? We are going to do worksheet 6.7. Okay, I will give that to you. I haven't given it to you yet. Wednesday, you still with me on this? Is it there? We are going to do the review for the test on Friday. Thursday, I will go over the review that you did on Wednesday. Friday, chapter test. Okay? So that's this week. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay. So let me just pause my video. So let's talk about this. This is a lot of this is kind of a review, but I just want to make sure. Let's run through it. We want to make sure, and also remember, it's saying, hey, we want to be able to multiply and also classify. Okay. So let's take some notes on this front page. Phones away, please. All right. So if I distribute 7 to -1, I get -7. Agree so far? And then x squared times x squared, we add the exponent, so I get x to the 4th. And then I get 7 times -3 is -21. X squared times x to the 1st is x to the 3rd. Again, you're adding the exponents when you multiply the bases. And then 7 times 4 is 28x to the 3rd. Okay, friends, how many terms do I have here? How many terms are there? 3. So it's a what? It's a trinomial. Okay. What's the highest exponent? 4. So it's a quartic. Now, friends, I will make sure that on either of the boards, I will list the names of like monomial, binomial, trinomial, polynomial in order, and I will list constant, linear, quadratic, cubic, quartic up on the board in order. You just have to be able to count. Does that make sense? All right. Any questions about that problem? If that problem came to you on a test, do you feel confident that you could get the majority of that right? The places where I know people make mistakes on these types of problems is you kind of forget about the negative signs, which are subtraction signs. All right, problem number 2. I'm going to go 1/2. What's half of 8? 4. Very good. Okay, x to the first times x to the fourth. Add the exponent, so it's x to the 5. Okay, what is half of 4? 2. And then x to the first times x to the third, x to the fourth. Good. And then what is half of 10? -5. Good. Thanks for the negative. And then the x comes along. My friends, how many terms do I have here? 3. Remember, a term is separated by an addition or subtraction sign. So if there's 3 terms, this is a trinomial. And it's raised to the 5th power. Oh, you know what? We're not naming up to 5th power. So don't worry about it. If anyone needs to know what it is, I don't remember. I'm sorry. Let's see, quartic, might be quintec, maybe, but don't worry, I'm not going to give that to you. All right, both those problems, okay? Does everyone understand why I can't do this? Because I haven't given you what the 5th power is. Agree? Okay. Can I move down? We doing all right, everybody? All right, this one says find the area by multiplying the length and the width. All right, so I'm going to go 2x plus 5, and I'm going to go x plus 7. This is one of our double distribute problems. Agree? So I'm going to multiply this times this. 2x times x is 2x what? Squared. Thank you. Then 2x times 7 is 14x. And then 5 times x is 5x. And then 5 times 7 is 35. Are there like terms here? Yeah, these are like terms. Why are those like terms and nothing else is? Yeah, the x's don't have an exponent. So the 2x squared, and then 14 plus 5 is 19, so I get 19x plus 35. Okay? So just for naming purposes, I have 1, 2, how many terms? 3. So it's a trinomial. Highest exponent? 2. So it's a quadratic. Good. And again, I will list these in order for you. There'll be 2 different columns. Be one column for naming by terms, and I'll put a title of it, naming by terms. And then on the other one, I'll say naming by exponent. So you go from there. Everyone okay with that? All right, moving down a smidge. All right, problem number 4. This is a double distribute. So what's x times x? X to the second, x squared. Good. And then x times 3? 3x. 3x, yeah. 5 times x? 5x. And then 5 times 3? 15. Are there like terms up there? Which are the like terms? 3x and 5x. Good. So we're going to combine those together. They're both positive, so it's 8x plus 15. How many terms do I have here? 3. Trinomial, agree? And quadratic. We good so far? May I go to number 5? Okay, another double distribute. X times x is what? X squared, x to the second. And then x times -9. Very good. And then -2 times x? -2x. And then -2 times -9. Positive 18. Are they like terms? Yeah, those are like terms. So combine those together. So you get x squared minus 11x plus 18. How many terms does this have? So it's a trinomial. What's the highest exponent? 2. So it's quadratic. Good deal. Friends, I will assure you, you will see these types of problems on the test. The nice thing is we're doing the review tomorrow. I'm going to have you do the review like all during class tomorrow. Like we'll go over this homework tomorrow. I'll give you the review. I want you to work on the review for the rest of the period. And then on Thursday, we will go over the review. In fact, what I'll do is I will actually make you a second copy of the review so you can have your version and then my version. And then you can kind of go along and say, oh, that's where I made a mistake. So help you along for the test on Friday. Deal? May I move this up? Did you all cut up? River?
Yeah, I got it.
I care.
I know.
All right, ready? Here we go. X times x. X squared, x times 4. 10 times x. 10 times 4. Like terms? Yep. 10x and 4x. So I get 14x plus 40. How many terms I got? 3. So it's a trinomial. Highest exponent? So it's a quadratic. Okay? All right. X times x. X to the second. X times negative 4. Negative 4x. 10 times x. 10 times negative 4. Like terms? The middle seems to be like terms. Agree? So negative 4 added to 10, or 10 minus 4. 6x. How many terms? So it's a highest exponent? 2. So it's a quadratic. So, hey, my friends. Hey, my friends. So, on 4, 5, 6, and 7. See me so far on those? In the next chapter, we're actually going to show you how to work backwards to go from this to get to this. Now, I know some of you have tutors. That's great. I'm not trying to take away from a tutor. I have a very specific way that I teach it. Not that your tutor will teach you the wrong way. Okay? It's just sometimes if I show you my way, show your tutor how I'm doing it so your tutor reinforces my way. Because this is what happens. There's like 5 different ways to do this. And they all get the same answer. What's up?
Do you see a pair of car keys here?
Car keys. I did not.
I don't see any, my friend. Okay, all good. No, it's all good.
Say cat.
Later.
So, again, if you have a tutor that you work with, which again is great, kind of let them know, saying, hey, my teacher really wants it done this way. Because what happens is if you see the tutor's way and you see my way, all of a sudden you're going to take the 2 methods and blend them together, and you're going to get the answer incorrect. Okay, does that make sense? So I will be very specific how it's done. And trust me, the way I show it, I'm not trying to show you a way that's tricky, that's goofy. There's some weird ways that people do it, and they get the right answer as long as you follow it. But I'm not going to teach you all 5 different methods that are known to do. All right, what's the big difference on number 8 versus number 7 or 6? Yeah, it's wider. So I'm going to have to take 2x times x squared is 2x to the 3rd. Because remember, that's to the 1st, right? And then 2x times 6x, or 3x is 6x. Hey, good to see you. X squared. And then 2x times 5. Okay. Then what should I do? Distribute the 1. 1 times x squared. 1x squared, or just x squared. 1 times 3x. 3x. And 1 times 5. Okay, like terms, we got to look for them. Okay, I have x to the 3rd. Is there any other x to the 3rds up there? No, so 2x to the 3rd. Okay, let's change color. All right, I have an x squared. I have a 6x squared, and I have an x squared. So if I add those together, what do I get? 7x squared. Very good. Ooh, you're lightning fast on me. All right. That's going to give me 13x. And then that plus 5 is by itself. Okay, there's no more like terms. How many terms do I have up there? 4. Uh-oh. Polynomial. Very good. Polynomial. Okay, what's my highest exponent? 3. So it's a cubic. Very good. All right. And again, I will have those names up on the board, up on order for you on the board, so you have that to take a look at. And then they want us to find the area by multiplying the length and width. So I'm going to go 4y plus 3, 2y minus 1, double distribute. 4y times 2y? 8y squared. 4y times negative 1. 3 times 2y. And 3 times negative 1. Okay, how many any like terms? Yeah, so 6 minus 4 is 2. Oh, and some reason I started changing my y's to x's. All right, so the plus 2y minus 3. How many terms? There's 3, so it's a trinomial. Highest exponent? Trinomial. 2, so it's quadratic. Okay, how we feeling, friends? We all right? Everybody happy? Okay, so my friends, I would like you to try to finish all the rest of these, okay? So, and then I want you to please notice, because we've already been doing standard form. That is basically highest exponent to lowest exponent. And then classify by the degree and number of terms. Trinomial, quadratic, things like that, right? So try the rest of this. So, friends, we took a look at the grade book, yes? Does everybody have the appropriate sheets of paper that you need to make up stuff? What do you need to do if you need to make up a mini quiz, a quiz, or a test? Yeah, come see me on off period. Is it okay to come in here if I have a class? Absolutely. Okay? If you come in during second or third period, those are, pretty full classes, but we make room. Cool? All right.